Hey everybody, guess what? We finally received 3 out of the 4 books that we were waiting on for quite a few months, and they were all fast-tracked by CGC. So we have 3 out of the 4 here. Let's check it out. See what we got. All right, let's see. Let's go with Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 32. Classic, one of the classic Ditko covers here. This is part 2 of the trilogy at a 4/5. Off-white to white pages. Issue number 33 came in with the classic cover of Spidey pinned down under the machinery with the water dripping over his head. Just a classic story. If you ever wondered what Peter Parker was all about back in the day, you just had to read that trilogy. And that told you everything you needed to know about Peter Parker, the young man back in the day. It's just an awesome story. One of my favorites to date on Amazing Spider-Man. So this is part 2. And actually, this is part 1. Also at a 4/5, this introduces Gwen Stacy. It introduces Harry Osborn and Professor Warren, I believe. So this is part 1, and this is part 2. Classic stuff here. Steve Ditko. And finally, this is only 3. We have Marvel Tales number 1. This book is a little tough to get from 1964, and it kind of retells some of the origins of some of these guys at a 4/5, off-white to white pages as well. Just a tough book. Looking at the spine is still intact. I don't know if you could see it that well, but the spine is intact, and that's kind of what the collectors kind of look forward to, is looking at the spine, if it's not chewed up by rodents or what have you, and they notoriously are. But I'm looking at this and I'm like, wow, it looks a lot better than a 4/5. I know there's a few little chews here on the cover, but I don't know if it's significant enough to knock it to a 4/5. Obviously, there's something in here within the pages, maybe, that downgraded this to a 4/5, but it looks much nicer. I'm not complaining, just saying. Okay, so obviously you gotta take a look at the notes, but classic stuff. I remember back in the day, each one of these were stickers back in the 60s with the original Marvel cards, if you guys remember, and you go back that far. And I believe a couple of them, I think the Spider-Man and the Hulk and maybe the Thor, were in the back part of those cards, and you could do a puzzle and complete these covers back in the day. So actually that came out at the same time. This is 1964. And I believe the cards came out somewhere around there, 64, 65, 66, something like that. But anyway, good classic Marvel stuff. Once again. And there you have it. Always happy to receive these, you know, when they eventually come around to it. And I know what's going on. You know, pandemic stuff, and you know, good help is hard to get, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But we're looking forward to sending off a few more to CGC, give it another shot, and here locally within the state to CBCS as well, really soon. So hopefully we'll be sharing those videos with you. Y'all stay safe at home, and we'll see you soon here at the shop. Before we go, light out of the picture for a little bit, but like us and follow us here at American Classic Comics and Collectors Comics and Toys. Please, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. Y'all have a great day. We'll see you soon.